Hello, dear friends. You are listening to English Learning Made Easy, an English podcast specially serving to those who learn English as their second language. This is your host, Sajid Ali Khan. It's great to be with you again. Today, we are going to discuss about problems in learning English language and their solutions. Dear friends, here I am specially addressing to those learners who are learning English as their second language. Because for native speakers, of course, there is no problem in learning English because of environment and so many reasons. But the speakers who are aspiring to learn this language, but they are suffering from so many issues. Today we will just discuss and I will try to cover maximum issues that are big hurdles or impediments or obstacles, whatever you may call them. And we will have a little discussion about their solutions also. So let's begin. The most important hurdle or obstacle or problem that can be faced by any language learner who learn English as a second language is vocabulary. Dear friends, vocabulary is a big problem. Why? Because whenever you speak your mother tongue, you do not have to wait and search for the word for any particular thing. We know all the vocabulary of our mother tongue, therefore we are very easygoing with it. We are very complacent with it. We are not having any tension for any word to search. But this is not the case with English language, because here we must know the words for each and every object we want to talk about. Generally, people do not read too much. The problem is vocabulary, lack of vocabulary, but there is a solution also, dear friends. What solution can be to the lack of vocabulary problem? The best solution is reading. Reading is the only melody or the solution for this problem. You must read English newspapers, magazines, books, novels, or anything of your interest, of your choice. But always remember, reading will keep adding new words to your vocabulary, to your memory, and always read with meaning. Reading doesn't mean just reading without understanding anything. When you are reading, read half page but with meaning. You should refer to dictionaries. You should go on guessing the meaning. If you feel very bored on opening the dictionary every now and then try to guess the meaning of the word as per the given context. That is also very important idea of improving your vocabulary. The next problem that I am going to discuss about is grammar. Many people have a phobia of grammar because learning grammar, they feel it's very boring and it's very difficult. But believe me, dear friends, grammar is not essential to learn English, of course. I do believe it. But it is necessary to use correct language. Without grammar also you can learn spoken language. For example, many people go abroad, especially in Gulf countries, and they learn speaking Arabic. Though they have not joined any tuition classes there, they have not gone for any reading the books and other things to learn Arabic. But they could learn Arabic very fluently because they are in that environment of Arabic speaking people. So when you are saying that without grammar also you can speak, of course you are right. You can speak without grammar. But when you want to speak the correct language, then you must have the knowledge of grammar. Because without grammar you can speak but you cannot write correct language. To write correct language, to understand correct language, you must learn grammar. And there are so many books available in the market. There are so many classes. Even you can be the member of our podcast. Daily I will be giving you so many things. In my coming schedules, I will be just giving some special episodes on vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation. There are so many things. Even through the help of storytelling methods, also we would like to improve our language. So dear friends, grammar learning is not so difficult. Just you need to begin. The next problem that is correct pronunciation. So, dear friends, the pronunciation of many countries, people living in England, people living in America, people living in Africa, people living in India, in Japan, everywhere you go, you will find different pronunciation. And of course, this is the uniqueness of these countries. So, if you face any difficulty in understanding their accent, their pronunciation, then the solution is listen news channels, BBC, CNN, Cartoon Network. There are so many resources available nowadays which help you to understand correct pronunciation. And the best way to improve your pronunciation is not reading the books of pronunciation. The best way is to listen. Listening is the only solution that can help you to come out of the problem of pronunciation. There are so many pronunciations in this world, but it depends on your choice which one you want to follow, whether you want to follow the British pronunciation or you want to follow the American. It depends on you, but you must have at least the basic information about most of the famous pronunciations, so that you cannot face this understanding problem of other countries' native speakers. Now, the next problem, dear friends, what the people who learn English as a second language they face is nervousness while speaking. Believe me, dear friends, speaking needs much knowledge. It needs content. It needs practice. It needs confidence. There are a lot of things. So, if any person face this nervousness while speaking, then what he has or she has to do? He or she has to do a lot of speaking practice. And it is rightly said, dear friends, practice makes man perfect. So what you must do, you must have good information first of all, good vocabulary and pronunciation, and then after achieving little bit vocabulary, then you can begin your communication with any good speaker. Don't speak with the people who have less than your information or who are not very good at English. Try to find those people who are very good at English. Nowadays, I can recommend you. There is a channel called Cambly. They are providing you the facilities to buy the minutes and talk to the native speakers. The teachers are fabulous. They are helping you to communicate weekly or 3 days in a week. I hope 15 minutes each day. So this is also the best example. You can talk to the foreigners. I can give you my own example, dear friends. When I used to have this madness of learning English, so I used to just run after the foreigners. Wherever I used to find them, I used to go and ask them to communicate with me, and it was a fun learning language. Therefore, I always tell learning language is not difficult. It's really a fun. Then you should also go for communicating daily. You should communicate daily and do not be a passive listener. When somebody, fortunately, if you find someone talking with you, then don't be just a passive listener, because the someone who is just talking to you, you are just going to listen, it will not improve your language, dear friend. Believe me, you have to interact with the speaker. As I can give an example here, if you want to learn swimming and you say that I just want to see a person how he swims and I will learn just by seeing him, it's not possible, dear friends. You cannot just watch a person swimming and you can learn swimming. You will learn swimming only when you jump into the water and do practically. The same way, you cannot learn English speaking, or you cannot eradicate your problem of nervousness while speaking in public unless you do speaking practically. So in my coaching institute also, I used to conduct English Speaker Club. The name of my club was Converse English Speakers Club, where I used to invite foreigners, especially tourists, and I used to conduct their special lectures so that the students in my class, they should get much confidence, because once you speak with a native speaker, then it boosts your confidence that, oh, I learn English now. So in this way, dear friends, you can do this very nicely. Another important point is native speakers difficult to understand. So dear friends, many times native speakers accent is also a big problem for especially the people who learn English as their second language. And the best solution for this, as I told you before, just watch BBC, watch CNN, watch any other English channel, whatever you like, and you can imitate their voice. You can just follow their accent and you will improve like this. And the next problem that can be found with the English learners learning English as a second language is limited learning environment. This is really a very serious problem, dear friends. How we can say it? Because in countries where English is spoken as the first language, there is no issues for learning this. But here, the countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, or you can say China, or any other countries where English is not spoken as the first language, this problem is very, very serious problem. Why? Because people do not get the congenial environment. People do not get the suitable environment for learning it. And this is the biggest hurdle in learning English. And the most important problem is that the impact of their mother tongue also keeps them going behind. Because whenever we learn, we try to get the help of our mother tongue, and that is you can say the translation method people they follow. But believe me, dear friends, this method will help you in the basic learning. But if you depend totally on that translative methods, so you will not be able to learn English fluently. You must learn to think in English. And the dictionaries also, whatever you follow, always remember, try to follow the dictionaries. English into English. Don't use the dictionary that is having in translation in your mother tongue. So otherwise it will slow down the process of your learning. If you want to learn very fast and very, very good language, then you must learn English through English. It seems rather very illogical, but this is the fact. It will take longer time, but it will teach you the way you must learn. And dear friend, the next problem that we can discuss here is too much dependency on teachers. It has been seen that the tendency among students nowadays that they think that teachers should do everything for them. They have total dependency on their teachers. But believe me, dear children, teacher is just a guide. But you have to do extra efforts. You must have that seriousness in your learning. You must have that zeal, that enthusiasm in learning. And then only you will be able to explore so much hidden talent in you. Then the next and the last point that we are going to discuss today is lack of interest. Believe me, dear friends, if you are having interest, then only you can learn this language very fast. If there is lack of interest, then you will not be finding it easy to work hard, because unless and until you reach to the level of madness, you cannot achieve anything in your life. You must have the passion to achieve the things, whether it is a language, whether it is anything in your life. You must have the passion to achieve your goals. So with this, we came to the end of today's discussion. I hope you will get much benefit from this discussion, and I'll be waiting for your valuable comments. And do subscribe to my channel, and please take care, stay at home, stay safe during this pandemic, and pray God to eradicate this pandemic from our beautiful world. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.